Last night I had the crazy idea of starting over. So in order to start over, I needed to dig out my old iMac. Now, I haven't used this iMac in maybe 4 or 5 years. I think 2019 was probably the last time that I used it. So it's safe to say that it needed a little bit of TLC. So I gave it a wipe down, then cleared out my old art desk, and here it is. You see, the iMac itself is irrelevant. It's what it stands for, which is important to me. Because it represents a period in my life where I felt this deep desire to create. And it provided me with a tool to release that creativity in the form of video, photo, whatever it was. It gave me a way to channel that creativity, and it made me feel alive doing so. So from the years of 2016 to maybe 2020, that machine served a purpose. And recently I've been feeling that itch, that desire again to create. The creative in me just doesn't feel satisfied until I start creating again. And that is the purpose of the iMac. So look, the iMac is a little bit slow. It's 10 years old now, and it's going to be a little bit outdated. It's going to be slower, it's not going to perform as well. That was always going to be an issue. Because just like me, I am now 10 years older. I'm not as strong. I'm not as fit. But, just like me, I can help improve my performance. I can eat better. I can go to the gym. And I can take better care of myself. And with that said, there are things that I can do to help improve the iMac. Right on cue. So just like our friends in the US have their mail time, I'm going to do something a little bit different. Here in England, we've got post time. So like I said, there are things that we can do to help level up, to help improve our performance as a human being. As a machine, there's also things we can do to improve its performance. So I asked ChatGPT to basically do an audit of my iMac and tell me what I needed to do in order to increase the efficiency and output of my iMac. Now, we went through this whole process where it asked me to do screenshots so it could see the current spec of my iMac and ultimately do a bit of an audit. And it gave me surprisingly just 2 things to do in order to increase the efficiency of it. Number 1, factory reset. So even though the iMac has 1 terabyte of storage on it, I pretty much used up every gigabyte it had to offer. So what that meant was I had to download everything that I wanted to keep onto an external hard drive, and then once I had done that, hit erase. Number 2 was to increase the RAM. I think that's the right terminology. My iMac currently operates on 8 gigabytes of RAM, but in order to make it more efficient, we've increased it to 32. By doing these 2 things will help increase the overall speed and performance of this iMac. I'm hoping, otherwise ChatGPT just lied to me. However, it's now lunchtime, which means less focusing on building, less focus on upgrading my iMac, and more focus on upgrading myself. Well, that was just debilitating. So, you win some, you lose some, huh? Definitely feeling my age when I go into a gym, warm up, and within 10 minutes, my knee gives out. And so my session plan for a lower body didn't happen. And then try to compensate by doing upper body, and that didn't happen either because my elbow was just flaring up. So great start to it. But onwards and upwards. Let's see if we have more luck with the iMac. Let's get to it.
Increases system performance with more demanding tasks, or even just Google Chrome.
Look, there's a bigger story here than me just fine-tuning this machine to once again serve a purpose in helping me express my inner desire to create again. No, there's a bigger story to be told, and that is around me and taking myself from version 1 to version 2. Because I've been not focusing on my own physical, mental, emotional well-being, I've just been neglecting myself. And I've been given the perfect opportunity to now work on me. You see, 2-3 weeks ago, I quit my job. And I don't start my new job until the 1st of September. So that gives me roughly 8 to 9 weeks where I can be more present with my kids and my family. I can work on myself. I can go to the gym when I want. I can eat better. And I can now utilize this machine to help me express my creativity.